In the previous segment, we talked about doing a full bleed and we created this business card. So we're actually working with the same document that we had in the previous segment. This segment is different because we have a problem with our font. Let's say that the words "the quiet moment" is a very unique font, and the chances of your press operator having that font are slim to none. There are several ways that we can try to solve this problem, not just one. The most obvious way, and probably the way that would work the most efficiently in terms of getting it done and not worrying about it, would be to select Quiet Moment with your selection tool and go up to the word Type and go down to Create Outlines. The press operator no longer needs the font because it isn't a font. You don't want to do this if it's a smaller typeface, like about 11 to 12 to 13 points, because it does subtly change the font. And that subtle change might be just enough in body and reading text to cause a problem. Now, let me press undo. So we're back to having it as a font. Another option that you could use would be go to the word File and select Save As in my case because I've already saved it once. Save it as an AI. Click Save. It's going to ask me to replace it. I'll just say yes. Change this. Subset fonts when % of characters used is less than, and change that to 0. When you change that to 0, it forces Illustrator to keep all the fonts with the document. It loads them. Downside, it's a bigger file, but there's another problem. The manufacturer of the font may not have wanted this to happen, and if it's locked, you won't be able to do it. So make sure after you've saved it, it actually worked. Otherwise, when you send it, you're going to have the same problem. But this is another option you can use. Another one is go to the word File again and go down to Save As. But this time change it into an EPS, Encapsulated Postscript, and click Save. Click Embed Fonts for other applications. Again, that's only going to work if the manufacturer didn't lock the font. One more way you want? I'll give you one more. Go to the word File again, go down to Save As, and save it as a PDF. Now, press operators like EPSs and they like PDFs, and they may give you a very specific way to save it. But click PDF and click Save. Then in your options over here, if you go to Advanced Subset Fonts when % of characters less than, and change that to 0. And that's going to force the loading of all the fonts if they are not locked. So those are actually 4 options. The one I did first, where we convert the font into an outline, would probably be for large font the most successful. It's going to work. But if you really need to use the font, you might want to try one of those other options.